What is going on, guys? This is CLE Steelers bringing you another Pittsburgh Steelers video today. For those of you that don't know, on Monday, the period ended for the compensatory pick formula. So any free agents that the Steelers sign after this period will not go into determining those picks that the Steelers will get. So today I'm going to bring you a video of the top 5 free agents I think that would help the Steelers this next season. I'm not saying that the Steelers have to sign all of these guys, but I think if they signed one or two, it would make a huge upgrade to the roster. So go ahead and enjoy this video, guys. Make sure, as always, you like and subscribe so you can get more Steelers content and updates like these. So, number 5 is Darren Lee, linebacker. As you guys know, our depth at the inside linebacker position is very, very thin right now. The only person we really have backing up Vince Williams and Devin Bush is Ulysses Gilbert. And as good as I want him to be, he's really an unknown at this point. Lee can struggle against the run, but he is a pretty good linebacker in coverage, and I think he would be an excellent depth piece for the Steelers right now. And you could really get him for the cheap, veteran minimum, and I think it would just really add a lot of much needed depth to that linebacker position and add some experience that we don't currently have right now. Number 4 on the list is safety Eric Reed. Now, I know a lot of you are going to say, CLE Steelers, he had a terrible year last year, but if you look, their whole team was just a dumpster fire, so I don't think you can really justify Reed's numbers from last year and say he is a bad player because he was just on a terrible team last season. And I think if he came to the Steelers, he would have much better numbers because he just wouldn't have to do as much with that defense that we have. And just looking at the safety position, if Minka goes down, we're in a lot of trouble because do you want Edmonds playing free safety the rest of the season? Because I know I don't, because that is not his strong suit. I know some people really aren't a Terrell Edmonds guy, but I really am. I think he has an excellent niche for the position, and that is that close to the box, strong safety, hybrid linebacker type of role. Edmonds does not need to play the free safety position, but Reed really could. He could excel in that position. He could give us someone else to put on the field to give us free safety looks that we have not been able to do in the past. So I really think that Eric Reed would be an excellent depth piece for the Steelers and would be a great signing to a minimum contract. number 3 on the list is cornerback Eli Apple. And I know Apple kind of has a bad connotation surrounding him with his draft position. He has not lived up to that draft position at all. But that being said, after he got traded to the Saints last year and wasn't asked to be that number 1 cornerback, he had a great year last year. His numbers were awesome in pass attempts allowed and passing yards allowed for the Saints. And with the Steelers, he would not be asked to be that number 1 cornerback. He would simply be asked to be a depth position, and Nelson can play in the slot. So you could put Nelson in the slot and move Apple to an outside corner in some situations. And can you imagine that defense for the Steelers having Nelson, Hayden, and Apple out there all at the same time? That is a no-fly zone for most quarterbacks. And if Hayden or Nelson goes down, do we really want Sutton or Justin Lane playing on the outside? Both of which I think are very good players. Sutton a little bit better than Lane right now, but I think Lane shows a lot of potential, but we do not know if he's ready to step into that role yet. So I definitely think having Apple there in case one of those two goes down would be a great position for the Steelers to be in. So, the number 2 person on my list of players I think that the Steelers should sign is left tackle Jason Peters. And I know a lot of you guys are going to say, Jason Peters is old. He's 38 years old. Yes, I understand that. But I'm not saying we should invest in him for the long term, but just a 1-year contract to help solidify that offensive line. Because if Villanueva goes down, who do you guys want playing left tackle? Do we really want Jukes or Banner playing that left tackle position? That tackle position is very weak in depth for the Steelers. And Peters, despite being 38, is still playing at an extremely high level. He's playing at the level where he could even come in and you can move Al to right tackle, or Peters could play right tackle. And then that could help bump down Filer to guard, which then our offensive line would be set for the season. And then some people are saying, well, we have Wiz or we have Dotson to play guard. But then we just have the added depth, and those guys would not have to come in right away. So I really think that adding Peters to our offensive line would provide a lot of much-needed high-quality depth at the tackle positions and would be a fantastic signing for the Steelers.
and spent that bread. I'm headed home, I'm almost there. I'm on my way, headed up the stairs. To my surprise, a nigga replacing me. I had to take him to that ghetto, you know I'm seeing the lights. Cop lights, flashlights, spotlights, strobe lights, street lights. All of the lights, all of the lights. Fast life, drug life, thug life, rock life, every public visitation. We met at borders, told her she'd take me back. I'll be more supportive. I made mistakes. I bumped my head. Court sucked me dry. I spent that bread. She need a dad. Baby, please, can't let her grow up in that ghetto university. The lights, top lights, flashlights, spotlights, strobe lights, street lights. All of the lights, all of the lights.
Finally, the number one person I think these Steelers should bring back this season is Mark Barron. Yes, the Mark Barron that played with the team last season. He has not been signed by an NFL team yet. Some of you will say, well, Barron wasn't very good last year. I will disagree with that. If you really watch the film and get into the film, Barron towards the end of the season started to pick up as the rest of the defense did. I think it would be a great signing because it would provide some more depth to the linebacker position, as we addressed earlier in the video, and Barron already knows the system. He played in it all last year. He knows his tasks. He knows what he needs to do. And I really think if we brought Barron back, our defense wouldn't lose a step at all because of how familiar Barron already is with the Steelers defense and the system that they are trying to run. So, there, guys, are the 5 free agents I really think would help the Steelers if they brought in. Of course, if you bring in a Cam Newton, a Jadeveon Clowney, someone like that, that's going to help. But with a Steelers cap situation, I just did not think those were realistic signings right now. But if they happen, I will be pumped, as I'm sure you guys will. Make sure you guys leave a like and subscribe to my channel for more Steelers content like this. Thanks, guys.